Alright YouTubers, coming back at you with another knife video. Apologize for any background noise, but gotta work through my wife doing laundry, so. Looking at a new Kizer today. This is one of their new models for 2016. It's in this nice presentation box. They give you quite a bit of presentation, because then you open it, and then you have this awesome zippered pouch that the knife comes in. It's made of nylon here, pretty nice. Got a little Kizer card here, like a warranty thing. Warranty information, here you go. It has a limited lifetime warranty, improper blade sharpening, blah blah blah. There's an email right here for a contact for warranty, but there's a better one. It's I'll have to look it up. I saw it on Blade Forums. I'll put it in the description. If you ever need a warranty of a Kizer knife. So, and they come with these nice cloths, just kind of like Chris Reeves does. So. They're a lot smaller than the Chris Reeves. Hold on 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Driver's being really loud. So the cloth's a lot smaller, but it's still a nice little touch. And you get the knife. Alright, so this is the Rattler. And why do you think it's called the Rattler? Well, the scales look like snake skin. That's the idea. Now this is I believe it's the green. I'm not sure if they call it aqua, what they call it as far as the color is concerned. But if you look at it, well, let's just get into specs and we'll go into that. So you're looking at obviously a titanium flipper frame lock. It has a 3.625 inch blade of S35VN steel. Great steel. You have a closed length about 4.5 inches. So you get a ton of blade for your handle, guys. I love that. I'm huge on blade handle ratio. This one kills it in that aspect. Overall length is 8.125. You have a blade thickness of 0.125. Let's see if that's correct. What in the world's on? Oh, it's in millimeters. 3.2 millimeters thick. Yep, 3.2 millimeters. So 3.2 millimeters thick, or 1.125 inches. Drop plate recurve blade on there. Pretty good recurve on that. It's a hollow grind, so that should be a really good slicer, especially with all that recurve and that belly it gives you. It should be nice. Stonewash finish on the blade. I don't think so. That looks like a satin finish to me, guys. That has no stone washing, so that's definitely off on the specs there on Knife Center. So that's where I got it from. I just had it up handy. So that's like a high satin finish too. It's almost a polished finish on the blade. Your handle thickness is 0.47. We gotta get this off millimeters. There we go. I don't know where they're measuring that at. Oh, I see where they're measuring that, the very tips there. Yeah, 0.47. So it kind of 0.48 is what I had, but it kind of contours down. So they're measuring at the very thinnest point there. So it's actually very slim in the hand. That's one thing I really like about it. And your weight on this one is 4.3 ounces, so it's pretty lightweight. This is an in-house design by Kim Ning of Kizer. So this isn't one of their bladesmiths or anything. You do have a stainless steel lock bar insert here. Torx Construction, titanium clip. Kids are screaming at each other. That's always good. You've got standoffs here. Nice little flipper tab. You get the typical Kizer pivot. If you look at the Dorado, which was one of their earlier knives, it's got the same pivot. So, and made in China, of course. First impressions of this knife, it is awesome. One of my favorite things that drew me to this knife was the milling on the handle, that snake skin pattern. I just thought that was really cool. That's why I went with the green, because it's more snake-like. But one thing that really surprised me, you don't see in pictures, and you'll see it here, is the purple highlights on the milling. So like on the edges of the milling, you can catch it right here. You can see it on the top of the scale here. You can see it, and it's only when the light hits it right, which is a really cool effect. I was pleasantly surprised by that. So that's kind of a custom. It's got some, anodizing. It's just not catching it in pictures as good as it is in the naked eye here. But there you go. You can see that purple hue. So there's some really nice purple hues, and each one of these milling marks has like the valley, we'll call it, has, or the peak I should say, has a purple hue to it. It's really cool. It's really hard to capture in camera though. It's weird. Just it has to do with the lighting, I'm sure. So it's a really, really cool handle. You got a tip up pocket clip for both left and right hand carry. D10 on this one is perfect. Flips really nicely. You got pretty early lockup. No stick on the blade. Stainless steel lock bar insert. And it's very smooth. So it flips great. It's very smooth. Nice thin handle. The milling on the titanium for the snake skin look gives you a really good grip. It's not very slick. You can really feel it grip into your hand, which is awesome. And the blade is nice. It's, like I said, 3.625 inches and a 4.5 inch handle. I mean, your blade to handle ratio is spot on. Look at that. That's perfect. And just for the sake of this video, I am going to measure that blade just to make sure the specs are right. Your cutting edge, yeah, you're definitely over 3 inches. Your cutting edge is over 3 inches, 3.5, excuse me. But your total, yeah, your cutting edge is about 3.5. Your total blade, yeah, 3.6. That looks right to me. That's amazing. That's impressive, guys. That they fit that kind of size of a blade and this size of a handle, and you have no issue of your finger hitting the blade here. It's totally covered, and there's the way that the blade dips right here for the drop point. You don't have it. There's no really way for you to prick your finger. That's kind of some concerns on people when the blade to handle ratio is that close. Just a really, really good looking knife, guys. Really impressed with what Kizer's putting out these days. My Dorado has been a super smooth, awesome knife, and this one is no exception. It follows the same type of model there with the titanium handles, anodizing, milling on the titanium, nice recurved blade, but a different blade shape. We'll compare them here side by side. You can see that the Dorado has more of a recurve, I think, and the swedge here is totally different. It drops down considerably from right here on the Dorado, whereas on the Rattler it does come down here, but because you've got this swedge right here, it looks like it just kind of flows smoothly down. So really like that blade shape. It's great. It's awesome. Came very sharp out of the box. But yeah, that would definitely, I don't have much arm hair left, guys. I just sharpened a bunch of knives. Definitely shaves arm hair, so that's perfectly fine for me. So really impressed with the Rattler. I've only seen, ow, that was stupid. I've never cut myself on video, guys. That was close. I'm good. Lost my train of thought because of that. Oh, I was saying I'm impressed with Kizer. They're putting out some good stuff. This knife for the price is excellent. Not a lot you can get in this price range that's US made. I mean, there's some ZTs in this range. They don't have this much blade. I mean, you're looking at $185 for the Kizer Rattler. That's awesome. And because it's an in-house design, the cost is a little less than some of their Bladesmith series knives, where you're, kind of, the makers kind of help set those prices. So you've seen that there's some new John Gray models that just came out, and I think they're both over $200. So I highly recommend this knife. It's an excellent titanium frame lock. It's really slim. It's smooth. It's got great detent. It flips awesome. Really nothing negative to say about this knife. Nothing at all. Pretty awesome. So this one's going to be going in my EDC rotation. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, especially surprised by the purple anodizing on the scales. That does not pick it up in pictures at all, so that's kind of pretty cool. And I'm not sure, this also comes in like a plain titanium, and I'm not sure if that has anodizing or not, or if it's just this green one, but really cool, guys. Tastefully done too. I've seen a few of these Chinese knife companies lately anodizing like pinks and stuff, and I really doesn't do it for me, but this one is really tastefully done, so it's really nice looking. So that's the Kizer Rattler first impressions. Recommend it for sure. Pick one up. Well worth the money. Great value and great flipper. Good steel. Let's talk about ergonomics. We haven't hit. Jeez, I almost got myself with a tip in that again. It's like I jinxed myself saying I never cut myself on camera. Really good ergonomics, guys. Really comfortable in the hand. 4.5-inch handle. You got a little handle left, not too big. It's like a perfect size knife for me. Oops, I meant to do the reverse grip. That's what I was doing. Very comfortable in that grip. So really just has great ergonomics. Lock bar is super easy to disengage. It's got some nice finger cutout right here for it. No jimping, which isn't really needed. There's no jimping on the blade. I'm okay with that. Jimping is very overrated sometimes. This is perfect. It's got a little hump right here in the blade that your thumb kind of sits on nicely, so be really comfortable for cutting, you know, if you're cutting quite a bit. But overall, just impressed. Very awesome. Way to go, Kizer. I've been impressed by all the knives I have of theirs. I've actually got a few more that I'm going to be doing reviews on here in the next few days. Let's go ahead and compare this one to the ZT095 Blackwash. Very similar size. Similar price. The Blackwash is about $220, so you're $40 more for a US made knife, so keep that in consideration. But I dig Kizer. I think they have good customer service too, guys. They have an active presence on the forums. There is an email address, like I said, I'll put in the description for support in the United States. They do have a US support center. So a lot of people have said, well, what happens when you have to send one of these Chinese knives back? What do you do, send it to China? Well, no, they have US support centers, and they'll take care of you. But I haven't had any issues with the knives I've had anyway. This Kizer, I've had this Dorado for quite some time, and it's been great. So, alright guys, that'll wrap up the video on the Kizer Rattler. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll see you on the next video.